I don't have to explain to you, not to this audience, how historic that announcement by Brad Garlinghouse was today. What Ripple is in the process of doing. This is one of those days, man. There's not a lot of stories. This isn't going to be a really long video, but those things we go over, the news that came out, it's going to change the world. And it's going to change the world in a big way. First, a little bit of a mixed bag. I'd announced yesterday the first ever XRP ETF was approved. Today, right before trading, it was halted. Now, this isn't an XRP only ETF, but to me, it's even more bullish when this was approved because it was a multi-basket. This is even more complicated than just an XRP ETF to have a multi-basket offering like this. And for no reason, right before the opening, they halted it. Look at this. SEC just froze Grayscale's digital large cap ETF 1 day after approving it. The ETF would have been the first to include XRP alongside Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, and ADA. It got the green light from SEC staff. The market reacted, XRP rallied, everything looked set, and then boom. The SEC commissioner stepped in and hit the pause button. No explanation given, invoking Rule 431E, halting the approval. The uplisting, it's now frozen without further notice. Staff gave the okay, commissioners pulled rank, investors, well, were left in limbo. What just happened? What did we see? Now, here's the thing. What really happened? Well, there's some risk here. Maybe the SEC signaling that they're not willing to approve beyond Bitcoin and Ethereum at this time, but I don't think so. I think what they're telling us is there's some big players here that were caught off guard. They weren't ready. And maybe your BlackRocks, your Fidelities, they're saying, hey, we want to have something like this. We didn't know you were going to approve it so quickly because the news came up quick that, hey, this is going to happen imminently. They're probably livid. And to be honest, I want them in the mix here because I like products like this, but not specifically Grayscale. They're out of their minds. Their fees are outrageous. 2.5% annual management fee for this ETF. I ain't doing that. That's ridiculous. Now, if it had a low fee, heck yeah, this would be something I'd be interested in. And beyond that, I don't like the waiting so much. I think they could do a little better there. But either way, this will get done, in my opinion. I think some people got some XRP to be buying to get ready for a similar launch because, you don't want to let Grayscale jump out to a lead here. And if you launch with reasonable fees at the same time, Grayscale, they're not taking it. You best believe. I think that's all it is. Just a little bit of a delay. It still shows the SEC is ready to move forward with altcoins. Staff thought, hey, it was a go-ahead. For whatever reason, commissioners hit the pause button. I think that is all it is, just a short pause. Now, this was the big news, and there's really two things here. Two, massive announcements. Every day, it just doesn't stop. It's continuous winning. It's getting ridiculous. Two major moves today by Ripple, and they change everything. This isn't joking. Ripple just applied for a U.S. national bank charter, something Crypto Eddie has been saying for a long time would happen. It's happening. It's happening now. They're seeking a Federal Reserve master account. We're talking about full integration with legacy finance, the Trojan horse, a blockchain. It's going down here. New partnership as well, open paid to build stablecoin infrastructure across Europe. We'll talk a little more about that. But these two things in conjunction, if you got that within a whole year, man, that would be a game changer. Ripple getting a banking license and also, this partnership. This is just another day of the week for us nowadays. Now look at this, the bank charter. Ripple no longer content with just being a crypto company. They're going full TradFi. A national charter means federal regulations and the ability to operate in all 50 states without needing separate licenses. They don't have to go to California, New York, and beg and plead for licenses. They get them anyway. But it's just one thing. You get that banking license, and you are done. You are ready to operate anywhere in the United States that you want to. The Fed master account. This is a big one. It's massive. Ripple can hold RLUSD reserves directly at the Fed, skipping third-party banks. This means faster settlements, lower risk, and full control of stablecoin operations. Remember, Ripple had a lot of money at one of those regional banks, Silicon Valley Bank, and they went under. And that could really have cratered them. They're not going to play this game. They're not going to have a Silicon Valley Bank. They are the bank. They don't have to rely on anyone, and that would take their stablecoin to the next level of security, both for them and for users, for investors, people of this nature. This is what Circle is also trying to get. They both should get it, hopefully. But Ripple, they're not letting Circle pull ahead of them. They see what's going on here. Now let's look at this open paid partnership. This is big. This gives Ripple real time rails running across the UK and the EU. Businesses can mint and redeem RLUSD instantly through API. No middlemen, no delays. This is how you scale cross border payments and build real enterprise use cases. The big picture here, Ripple is building these rails for the new financial system of the future. With bank status, stablecoin control, direct Fed access, RLUSD isn't just another stablecoin. It's designed for compliance, scale, and institutional trust. This is the future. This is two massive breaking news today. I like this. Flare experienced nearly 14 times growth in total value locked, TVL, increasing from 9 million, 9.9 million, almost 10, to 150 million. That is a springboard. From 9 million, 10 million, you ain't going to do much. You're kind of the peasant of crypto. 150, you're not dominating, but you're a 10x from billion. You're starting to build something substantial here, and they're just getting started. That's the key here. They're now entering the next phase, deploying 2.2 billion FLR to scale F assets, drive institutional grade DeFi adoption. That's exciting. We already know institutions are looking to leverage this. We have that publicly traded company that is launching an XRP treasury strategy, kind of like MicroStrategies, but they're also going to use F assets to get some yield off of that XRP they're holding. It's great for both blockchains. F assets are decentralized representation of assets like XRP, Bitcoin, and DOGE, with incentives flowing into DEX liquidity, lending markets, and stablecoin pairs to build out this ecosystem. When they get this thing up and roaring, should be pretty quick. I think it's going to be a game changer. I am still very bullish on Flare. I know the price hasn't done it yet. We just got to get this growth phase kicking within cryptocurrencies. Brad Garlinghouse today saying, listen, apart from Link2 being a shareholder, Ripple has never had any business relationship with the firm, nor have they participated in any financing rounds. And there was one point in 2024 where they stopped approving more Link2 purchases on the secondary market amid growing skepticism. Now, some people out there, maybe you didn't know there was growing skepticism, but there was. And, there's only so much you can do because these companies sue you when you say things about them, especially truthful things about them. So, a lot was suppressed. Crypto Eddie kept really hitting on this issue, but I put stuff like run. This is September 26, 2024, or the 27th, excuse me, that I posted this. I put hashtag run for the hills. Like at this time, people that knew, this was scary times. And, posts like this insinuating that XRP is going to get hit $1,000, there's nothing wrong with that. But if you are selling securities to people and your main security you're selling people is Ripple stock, and you're insinuating that their balance sheet is going to explode like that. Like this is not something Charles Schwab would do, or Fidelity, or even Robinhood. Like this is dangerous. This should stand out to people like, whoa, let's take a look at this. And I did a video at that time and said, this is reckless behavior. Couldn't talk about everything we were hearing in the background, but I said, hey, watch out. I don't know everything about this platform, but stuff like this should alarm you. We're going to find out a lot more in bankruptcy. And again, I just hope that everyone gets what's due to them. And it should happen because, at least they're not doing some Bernie Madoff stuff where, the stocks weren't actually there. The investments weren't real. Everyone's investments are where they should be. So that's encouraging. Let's just hope the right thing is done here for the investors. The XRP community has had enough of this kind of nonsense here. Peter Thiel, you would know him right now. The real famous one, of course, is Palantir, but he's part of the Elon Group and PayPal. I mean, just a huge force within technology. And he's launching a Robo Bank. I don't know how to say it, but it is a tech bank, a crypto bank. And the point of this is to serve crypto and tech startups, integrate stablecoins into its balance sheet, and possibly a Bitcoin-centric banking model. And I'm telling you, in the future, it's going to be multi-coin baskets on people's balance sheets. You're going to see that. The move aims to fill the void left by SVB. Again, I was talking about that, Silicon Valley Bank, when they collapsed. And there's no one there really to service that need now. So they're going to jump up here. But there's a twist here. This isn't just another neobank. It's an all-out assault on legacy systems. He thinks they can redesign the banking system. You're going to see a lot of people leveraging blockchain, leveraging crypto to build financial institutions of the future. It's not just Ripple. It's not just these people we know of. There's going to be a lot of new entrants because now we have regulatory certainty in this country, and we definitely will have it once they pass these laws that are upcoming. And you're just going to see a flurry of investment into this space, and it's going to be great for the crypto investor as we go forward. We see here Fabio putting the following: easy and affordable just for you. Talking about the Zhao DAO, $10 for a lifetime membership. It's not open yet. Get on the wait list to be part of the first DAO of the XRP ledger. Link down below in the description. As always, please like, please subscribe. The revolution will be televised right here on Jungle Link.